Greetings Internet. Scientology practices something they call disconnection. Disconnection is something very comparable to excommunication practiced by the Catholic Church during the Dark Ages. If someone leaves the Church of Scientology, it is common practice for all Scientologists to cut contact with this person. This applies to all who are in the organization. Whether you have only been a Scientologist for 2 weeks or 20 years. Let's say someone joins Scientology when they are 20 years of age and is an active and prosperous member of the church for 20 years. This person who has spent their entire adult life dedicated to this church and its people, they have formed relationships with many other Scientologists. Maybe intimate relationships as well. If this person decides to leave the church, all of their friends for the past 20 years immediately cut all communication. This person's relationships that have been building for 20 long years are suddenly severed. Imagine a worse scenario. If a person is born into the church, in other words both of their parents are Scientologists and they raise this child as a Scientologist. When the child ages and for some reason wants to leave the church, he is also disconnected. This means that his own parents stop all means of communication with their own child. This is absurd. The child is now deprived of all of his lifelong friends and even his own parents and is suddenly, utterly alone. This is cruel and inhumane. Many suicides have occurred because of this practice of disconnection. The leader of Scientology, David Miscavige, does not have contact with his own older brother, sister-in-law and his own niece. Because they are not members of the church, Miscavige does not even acknowledge their existence. One man has 6 children, all of which join the Church of Scientology. This man loses his wife, the mother of his children, and at the closing years of his life all he has to look back on is his 6 children who have not spoken with him in over 20 years. Luckily before he died, one of his sons left the church. The son had reestablished contact with his father. According to the father, the best accomplishment in his life is his children, 5 of whom never spoke to him before he died. Scientology is tearing families apart. Any organization, religious or not, responsible for tearing families apart and demanding members to cut ties with family is a vile beast which must be held accountable. The fact that this organization happens to portray itself as a religion only makes matters worse. It only makes the public more angry. It only makes the necessity for action more urgent. It will only make the repercussions more grave. The Knights of Gotham assure you this is fact, as are all of our releases. We, as public servants, hope that this makes you angry and springs you to action. We expect you